on point. Where we supposed to be? All right. Let's see here. Okay, good. Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. What's good? What's good? Happy 2026 to everybody. Man, listen, I know I look a mess. Life has been crazy. When I tell you crazy, 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 it's been crazy for the last week or so, moving. By the way, just something I want to put out there right now before I get into all this good sports stuff. Make sure that where you live, if you're renting out, make sure that they take care of things that they're supposed to on a continuous basis. Don't let them off the hook with what they're supposed to do, or you may end up having to move unexpectedly when you get an inspection because things ain't up to par. I've had to deal with that the entire week, along with work and all this other good stuff that's going on in 2026 right now. I know World Class Wednesdays, we did not have a show, but this Wednesday coming up, we will have a show for World Class Wednesdays talking about the NFL football, college football. We'll also talk some NBA coming up as the shows go along, because we are in that season of we have a lot of sports going on. So we'll talk NCAA too. March Madness is coming up. I got my credentials again for March Madness. I'm super excited about that. Happy about being at the tournament once again, NCAA tournament. That is going to be a phenomenal time. It was the last time, one of the most exciting times that I've had as a sports journalist. By the way, we are going to get into a lot of different things this year in 2026 as it pertains to sports. One thing I ask is that if we disagree on something, let's do it respectfully. I can appreciate, great sports talk and great sports debates as long as it stays respectful and we can appreciate each other's opinions. Now, shout out to everybody at Rise Up Family. Shout out to everybody who tunes in and supports. Again, this is Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show, brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. And forever, Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show will be a part of WDAP. I don't give a damn if it's 2065. It's still going to be a part of WDAP TV and WDAP Radio. All right. So shout out to them. We always want to pay our respect and homage to that. Now, with that being said, make sure you like and share, get your drink, get your glass, get ready, because we got playoff football coming up in less than 90 minutes. And I want to get into Chargers, Patriots first. Shout out to all the teams. Shout out to all the NFL teams that made the playoffs. Man, it is not easy making the playoffs. It is not easy making the playoffs. And with that being said, if your team didn't make the playoffs, fuck your team. Ooh. Was that my first slip up of the year 2026? That was my first slip up of the year. If your team did not make the playoffs, I don't want to hear you talking no mess about nobody else's team. Okay, I don't want to hear it. That goes for the Miami Dolphins. That goes for the New York Jets. That goes for the Washington Commanders. That goes for the New York Giants. That goes for those Tampa Bay Bucks. That goes for the Dallas Cowboys. That goes for them too. So I just want to put that out there right now. All right, here we go. Who you talking about? Either Tweety, what up? What up? Now, make sure you like and share. Hopefully, my sound is on point. I want to make sure that my sound is on point. I'm sharing. Make sure y'all share too. But Chargers, let's get into it. Chargers and Patriots. So, first and foremost, right off the jump, when I want to talk about these two teams, I want to start on the Patriot side. I want to go the Patriot way to begin this show, because the Patriots, wow, winners of the AFC East. Finally, they took the reins back from the Buffalo Bills this year with the AFC East championship, getting that, first year coach and Mike Vrabel for the New England Patriots. He knows all about the Patriot way, right? He played for the Patriots, and he's a Bill Belichick disciple, one who builds their culture on smash mouth football, things of that nature. I am very interested in seeing how this first year Mike Vrabel, second year Drake May relationship works in the playoffs. Because, by the way, everybody is now 0-0. Nobody's 14-3 or 13-4 anymore. It's 0-0, right? And this is the most critical time of the year. I'm interested to see how that relationship works in the playoffs, because what you do in the regular season may not always work in the playoffs when you have to play the stiffest of competition. Okay, you're not playing the 3-14 Jets. You're not playing the 5-12 teams. You're not playing the 4-13 teams. You're not playing 6-11. You're not on a third place schedule anymore. Okay, you're not third place scheduling anymore. You are playing the best of the best. And I'm very interested to see how this works. Now, Drake May may be the MVP of the league. He may be. How many people object to the fact of Drake May being the MVP this year? How many people object? I would love to know how many people object to a second-year guy who's in a whole different system in year one that speaks volumes. When I say winning speaks volumes, winning speaks volumes. This guy just came in, played this position, phenomenal job. Stefon Diggs is the only real known name, household name, and we all know that Stefon Diggs hasn't been the same Stefon Diggs since he left Buffalo. So he's working with that. Is his running backs? Do the names have household names? Do they speak value? No. I mean, his running backs has done a phenomenal job this year as well. Defense has been pretty solid this year. I'm interested to know how many people really think that Drake May shouldn't be the MVP of the league. I know that people will say, well, his schedule was a third place schedule. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you rebuild from a team that was 4-13. You end up with a third place schedule, and you play the teams that are put in front of your face. That's exactly what they did. Now, there's been conversation on is he a game manager or is he a game changer? I've heard those conversations. Thank you, Ethan. Yes, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. I've heard those conversations, and I'm going to be honest with you. I do not blame Cam Newton. For those who are saying Cam Newton's being salty, no, he's not. He's not being salty. He sees it from his perspective, athletic perspective. I mean, he was an athletic specimen when he was at Auburn. Remember, he was at Florida first, and then he went to Auburn, and he got to show off those talents. So he's been that guy since Auburn. Cam Newton didn't change. Regardless of what system he played in, when he was at Carolina being an MVP, he carried that team. His specialty was being able to be a dual threat, being able to run the ball, having a strong arm. Was he the most accurate quarterback? Maybe not, but he damn sure did the best with what he had. He damn sure did that. So he sees it from his perspective. There's different angles and perspectives to see game manager and game changer from. So I don't think he's being salty. I don't. I think he's seeing it from his perspective. Now, there's other players who will see it from another perspective. Personally, I think that Drake May juggles the game manager, game changer title. Two things can be right in the same breath. There's games where Drake May is a game manager, and then there's games where he's a game changer. He's a game changer. We can't omit the fact that Drake May in year one with a new coach and a new system won as many games as they won and won the AFC title. They won the AFC East title. They damn near won the entire conference. That's not something you can just sneeze at and be like, we're going to pass by it. And, and I've been a little critical of Drake May because this is the time, this is the season where we get to see who's real, who's phony, who's fake. That's the type of people I hate. Y'all know the song. Y'all know how I go for the old schoolers out there who know about that. Being a good athlete doesn't make you a great quarterback. It doesn't make you a great quarterback. But when we talk about all pros and we talk about league MVPs, Cam Newton has done that. He has his right. He has his right to have his angle and perspective of what a game changer is. Because he is one who literally carried an entire team for the longest time. He did. We can't take that away. Carolina had a good defense though too. I'll give you that. Carolina had a good defense, but he carried offenses. What's good, Marcus Heron? What's up, Dez? I see you, Lakeisha. What's good, Jasmine? I see y'all. What's good? Shout out to y'all. Ethan, you said you wouldn't object to it, but in my opinion, Stafford has the slightest of edge. Yeah, you know what? Again, I think the only issue, and I'm going to get to Matthew Stafford in a minute when we talk these playoff games. I want to stick to the script right now. The script is on the Patriots and the Chargers. I'm very interested today to see. I want to see, and you're going against a very good. You're going against a very good LA Chargers team. Now, yes, Cam. I don't know if you could say flash in the pan. Flash in the pan. Okay, what's our definition of flash in the pan? Before we get let's get some things straight. What's our definition of flash in the pan? Because when I hear flash in the pan, I hear 15 minutes of fame. I hear one hit wonder. I hear those things come into play when you say flash in the pan. Flavor of the moment. Those things come into play. I don't think Cam was that. Did he get beat out by Mac Jones? Yeah. Mac Jones had the hype, though. He had the hype. Okay, watch this. He got beat out by Mac Jones, right? New England. Would you pick Mac Jones over Cam Newton, though? Would you pick Mac Jones over Cam? Would you pick him? I'm just wondering. Let's be clear. Even if Cam had two really good years, I'm a play into what you're saying. Even if Cam had two really good years, would you pick Mac Jones over Cam Newton right now? Because I will say don't make me see 2026. Was I about to have a quotation moment? I think I was about to have a quotation moment. Who you play with matters. What system you play under matters. I think I was just about to have that moment. I caught myself, but I'm gonna recognize it. I just that close. Daryl, what's good? How do I feel about tonight's game between the Chargers and Pats? I'm interested to see. what Drake May and Mike Vrabel do in the playoffs. I'm interested. I am very interested to see. I want to know what's going to happen. I would say, okay, I will say, both players in their prime, you're definitely picking Cam Newton. Yeah, I mean that. I don't know how that's even. But regardless, it can be a debate. Regardless, some people may have a difference of opinion, so I'm okay with that. Saying what he did and Auburn was nice, but Tim Tebow was great in college too. Marcus, I know we is not comparing Tim Tebow and Cam Newton in the same breath. I know we're not doing that. I know we're not starting 2026 like that. I know we're not doing that. We can't be doing that in 2026 to start. Oh, yeah, I know. But there's a game before that. I ain't talking about that game yet, sir. Yeah, I know what you're trying to do, Daryl. I see what type of time you on already in 2026 already. It's cool. Watch Max Jones on his next team. He was awesome in San Francisco this year, covering now. Yeah, again, system matters. Who you play with matters. Who you play with matters. The system that matters. I know we're not comparing Tim Tebow to Cam Newton, though. I know we're not doing that for starters. Yeah, I hope we're not doing that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, on the other side, talking about the Chargers, this is, to me, personally, and of course I'm going to get a call. This, to me, hold on a second, John. I got you. What's up? Sure. I got you. Yep. For sure. Yep. All right. So, Conrad Cushman, what's good? Tebow was overrated as F. What's up, everybody? Cam was done by 32, ran out of the league because accuracy sucked. Yeah, again, he wasn't the most accurate quarterback. There's a lot of quarterbacks that aren't very accurate, though. There's a lot of them. And we also know, okay, once again, I'm going to bring this up in 2026. This is going to be the first time I bring up the conversation on being consistent across the board when it comes to certain conversations. You know damn well that black quarterbacks are held on a different standard, and we know this. They're held to a different standard, and they are on the shortest of strings. You know this just as well as I know this. So when you speak of Cam Newton, sir, I want you to give him the same liberty and respect that you give him that you would give Lamar Jackson. Okay? I'm going to start there. Let's start there on 2026. We're not picking and choosing. Okay? We're not doing that. Ran out of the league because what top-notch quarterback isn't accurate? That's not what I said. See, let's not do that, sir. That's not what I said. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't move goalposts. Don't draw up narratives to fit your own narrative. Let's not do that. 2026, we're not doing that. Okay? That is not what I said. I did not say what top-notch quarterback isn't accurate. I said there's a lot of quarterbacks that aren't accurate. That's what I said. Don't say that I said that. I never said top-notch quarterback, sir. Again, don't draw up your own narrative. It's not what I said. I said there's a lot of quarterbacks that aren't accurate. And by the way, you saying that, putting that in the comment section is you actually admitting in the realization that Cam Newton is a top-notch quarterback. But you said he only had 2 really good seasons. Which one is it? Is he a really top-notch quarterback, or did he only have 2 seasons? Good seasons, Marcus. See, I mean, I don't play Words with Friends, but I mean, if you want to do that, we can play Words with Friends right now. Yes. What are you?
Last Friday.
I'm meeting. But go ahead. What you want me to do?
Last Friday, club booth, like 2:00.
Okay.
This will be not like yesterday, Friday, the 2nd.
I'm gonna let you marinate on that real quick. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that real fast. Touche. Uh-huh. Yeah, he was. Absolutely, Marcus. I'm trying to figure this out. I just want to get to the bottom of that. Because I think there's a certain notion that needs to be specified when we talk about good, great, elite, and top notch. Longevity. Okay. So you would say availability and longevity. All right. So let's say you have 5 years of great work. Is that good enough? I'm just wondering. Because there's some players who didn't play a long time, but you would say they were great. How many seasons did Bo Jackson? I mean, that's an example. Yeah, and that's part of it too. When we talk about game changing and game managing, part of it is, I mean, what you do before it even starts, before the play starts, before you even get into the actions, before you even get into all of that. Yes, I understand that. Peyton Manning was one who definitely could break you down, dissect the team before the play even starts. He beat you already before he even said, "Hi, there's down."
Yep.
So he would beat you even before that. So I understand that, and a lot of the greats can do that. Some folks are film study guys who break down, and some people are athletic.
That works for me. Thank you.
You got it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. So a lot of those guys are, you can have different specialties. That's why I said that Cam Newton wasn't wrong for the way he thought as far as um, being a game manager and a game changer. Cam Newton, I'm sure, probably wasn't the guy who dissected shit like Peyton Manning, but he was way more athletic than him. You understand what I'm saying? Cam was let me get to Marcus Heron. Marcus Heron said Cam was not a flash in the pan. Tebow qualifies as flash in the pan, had one great pass to win a playoff game. Cam carried the team to a Super Bowl league MVP. Yeah, that's where, again, I think there's a difference, different era. Yeah, I get, okay, so watch this. All right, so you say different era, then then okay, let's bring it to this era. Then fine and dandy. Let's bring it to this one. How many quarterbacks do you know win before the play starts? Like they dissect very well before the play starts. Like Peyton Manning. And on a consistent basis, because you can have a quarterback who dissects a play once or twice, maybe a couple times, but there's quarterbacks who dissect plays left and right and will surgically chop you up. I think Drake May has done some of that this year, along with be a game manager. I think both things can be true in the same breath. Now, jumping over to the Chargers, when you talk about Justin Herbert, I mean, this to me personally is a legacy game for him. And I want to get to that right now. I want to get to the fact that Justin Herbert, you need to win this playoff game today. This game is important. Jim Harbaugh, this game is important. He was the guy that came in and people were like, okay, yeah, you know, this is going to change the Chargers franchise. The Chargers are going to win playoff games. Well, you need to win playoff games, and it starts today. I'm not disrespecting Tebow. I have no problem with Tim Tebow, but he's not Cam Newton. We're not doing that. We're not comparing them two in the same breath. John Elway, Jim Kelly, Eli Manning. Harder to complete passes back then too, because you could mug receivers down the field. Rodgers, Stafford, consistently. Josh, Happy, Hot Route, Allen, Joe Burrow, Herbert, Mahomes. Okay. Back then, the forward pass was a novelty. Didn't really start seeing guys really throw more until air quotes. Okay. Yes, he carried them to one Super Bowl and then fell off the cliff. So did Stan Humphrey, so did Steve Bojan, and so did Colin Kaepernick. All three top-notch quarterbacks, barely 60% passing, especially Elway. See, y'all got Elway on the top of some of y'all lists. Again, y'all got Elway on some of y'all top lists. What's up, Dalton? Bro was a man of faith. I got respect for him, but he was trash. What's good? Now, shout out to all y'all right now. Y'all watching Rise Up Unlimited radio show brought to you by WDAP Radio, WDAP TV. Again, I appreciate y'all for staying on. I am in my office right now. I'm doing office like while doing this. So do not mind if you hear once or twice somebody in here should put a damn bolt lock on my damn office. But regardless, anyway, moving right along. You know, in greatness, we all can do things. We can walk and chew gum. So that's what we got to do. Name me Elway's receivers, please. Best offense was the implementation of the West Coast offense with Bill Walsh, the granddaddy of offensive genius. My list answers bets about quarterbacks with limited accuracy. Got it. Okay, so now, as long as we can hear you, that's all that matters. Thanks, Dalton. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Marcus Herring said, are you serious? Yep, I see 2026. We started off 2026 with a bang already. So, Chargers, back to the Chargers. Chargers got to win a football game. They have been inconsistent somewhat on both sides of the ball. There's some times where you're looking at this offense and you're like, oh, yeah, they look really, really good, well-oiled machine. There's sometimes you say this defense is pretty stout. And then there's times where you're like, oh, boy, what happened? It fell off the cliff. Yada, yada, yada. Is somebody going to catch them? Or they're falling off the cliff? This would be the time to catch yourself. If you ain't been caught yet, better catch yourself. Jim Harbaugh, khaki pants, my guy. This to me, and I'm going to say this again, this is to me a statement game, a legacy game. You better come out the victor in this one. You better come out the victor in this one. You have the seasoned quarterback, check. If we go Drake May, Justin Herbert, who's more seasoned? Justin Herbert, check. Who's the more seasoned coach, you or Mike Vrabel? Probably you, check. Those two things to me are going to be super important as the playoffs continue. Quarterback to coach relationship. Matter of fact, clip it. What I just said. The most important relationship to getting to the Super Bowl this year, and I quote, will be quarterback to coach relationship. Okay? If you check those boxes, you should be winning playoff football games. If you go up against a team who does not have that same continuity, you are at an advantage, and you should check the box under W for that, okay? This is a first-time Drake May playoff appearance. Justin Herbert, you today have to play like you have made that next step. We talked about that in the beginning of the year, about Justin Herbert making the next step to being elite. Today is step one, playoff football. And I know you guys are talking about Elway and all that in the comment section. Cool. Justin Herbert needs to win because he hasn't won a playoff game. This game is monumental, very monumental. Okay, very monumental. I know it's one of those games that doesn't look the sexiest because it doesn't have as much hype as the next game I'm going to talk about shortly, but it's monumental, nevertheless. It's monumental. It's not just a playoff game. There's a lot of implications with this game, and that's just me. That's just how I feel about it. That's how I see it. Ain't no feelings. That's how I see it. Okay, so now, what is my prediction to tonight's game? What's my prediction? Who do I think will win this game? I'm going to be honest. New England's been impressive. I don't care what the schedule's been. A lot of y'all will say, well, schedule, third place schedule. They won the AFC East. And I mean, they dominated the division. The Chargers have been hot and cold. Katy Perry. It's a legacy game. Jim versus Mike. It's gonna be interesting to see what adjustments are made at halftime too. What coach makes the better adjustments at halftime to win football games? Again, coach to player relationship is going to matter big time. This might be the toughest game to pick out of the games that I'm going to have to pick this week. I got Herbert versus May going to be a good game. I feel like the Chiefs not even in the playoffs. Thank God for that. I feel like the Chargers and Patriots will be a defensive game. Chargers going to sneak this one by 3. Chargers 23-17. Hardball mind is going to take over. Vrabel's stubbornness. Do your brackets. Yeah, so I'm going to pick the Chargers because to me, this game means more to the Chargers. Drake May's in his first year. If he doesn't win the playoff game in his first year, okay, I'm not about to kill Drake May over not winning a playoff game in his first year, playing a third place schedule. But what that does tell me is that we need to look at the New England Patriots a little bit differently than we have. If that's the case, we need to look at them a little differently. We need to put a microscope under them, and we need to purely dissect this team as how good are they really? And then evaluate what are they going to do next year when they have a first place schedule. Now, they do have a lot of money and a lot of stuff they can do. But to me, as it pertains to this playoff game, I'm going to say that it's got to be the Chargers. Both Chargers tackles are out for the year, I know. Marcus Aaron said Chargers over Patriots, Patriots over Chargers. Dante Rick said Hampton bobble, but Herbert's legs will supplement that. Yo, Dre, here's my picks. Book it. Sorry, man. You know why. Yep. Bills, Bears, Chargers, Eagles, Rams, Texans. Okay. Okay. Now, give me 1 second, okay? 1 second.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Okay. Can I come back? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Can never get enough. Can never get enough, folks. I'm sorry. Can never get enough. Quentin Johnson can't catch a cold in Alaska. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. Here we go. Here we go. So Marcus Betts, who did you pick in this game? It sounds like you're going with the Patriots. We're in commercial. We'll be right back. Yes, thank you. You know what, Dalton? I think this year I'm actually going to go back to those commercials. Put commercials in the shows. I'm going to start doing that again. Let's see here. I'm going to take the Chargers. It's tough. I think that the Patriots can get it done, though. Don't get it twisted. I do think that the Patriots could win this game. But if it means more to the Chargers. Again, this is Drake May's first visit to the playoffs, and this is Mike Vrabel's first visit to the playoffs with the Patriots as a first-year coach. I think when you have John Harbaugh on the other hand, and you have Justin Herbert, who's been in the league multiple years and hasn't won a playoff game, it means more to them. They better win. I think a loss for the Chargers would be more detrimental to how we look at them than it's going to be how we look at the Patriots. So I'm going to take the Chargers. I'm going to say that this is going to be close. Smash Mouth 2017. I'll take 2017 Chargers. And that's nothing against you. Sorry, Tasha. You know, I think that the Patriots can win. I'm gonna put that out there, but I gotta take the Chargers in this case. I do think you guys can win. So do not I know you're gonna be in my inbox later. Like, you didn't pick the Patriots? Sorry. And I love you to death, but no, can't pick them, unfortunately. Now, with that being said, get to the next game, right? Gaston will be equalizer on the field, and those linebackers, not enough tape. If Landry and are injured and out, it's going to be a good night for that, Ricky. Yep. Okay. Now, I know all you guys want to talk about this game. Daryl, you already started off 2026 with, oh, yeah, we talking about the night game. I know y'all want to talk about the night game so bad. I know. I know. The Chargers game and the Bears game was the toughest to pick this week. Pats at home. Chargers got to come to the East Coast in the cold. Good luck. Yeah, again. But you know what, Marcus? It ain't really that damn cold right now. It really ain't that cold. Buffalo has not had the winter that we thought that Buffalo was going to have, and it's almost mid-January. Usually mid-January in Buffalo, yeah. Yeah. Okay. This place ain't for the faint of heart, and we ain't too far from New England. So New England ain't getting hit like that either. So, I mean, we'll see. Once again, I mean, it's raining here. It's just raining here. So we'll see. I mean, it is what it is. You know, when you gotta travel, right? When you gotta travel, you gotta travel. I hope you don't get left on the bus or get left in New England if you don't win today. If it's a terrible loss, yeah, some folks might get left. Yes, of course, it's colder than LA. Duh, Marcus, Marcus, please stop. Yo, stop this. Okay, we know it's colder than LA. You know what my point was, Goofy. Lord have mercy. Anyway, I see what type of time you are already on 2026. All good. 55 degrees last night. Yes, DJ Nico Shaw. You know, we was out last night. Shout out to Yings, by the way. You know, we had a good time last night. A really good time for a Friday night. We had a good time. So I respect that. Y'all got the Panthers over the Rams. What the? Y'all being funny. Why? Because the Panthers beat them the first time in the regular season? Oh, y'all, okay. All right. Well, hey, I ain't gonna trip on y'all, but all right. Time to talk about the night game. look how very interested I am to talk about this night game. Y'all see how interested I am? And I know a lot of y'all already know this. For those who don't know this, by the way, you're watching Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. And for those who are new to the broadcast and new to the show, new to who I am, everybody who ain't new to me knows that I am a Green Bay Packers through and through fanatic. Good, bad, indifferent, headache, smile. I'm Green Bay through and through. And right now I have a headache. Dalton said no. Dante said Jaguars over Bills. Marcus Betts said y'all tripping. Bears will beat Packers. Rams gonna beat the piss out of the Panthers. Ha ha ha. I got the Panthers because I don't trust Stafford. Plus the playoffs. You never know what's gonna happen. Okay. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I honestly think that besides the Packers-Eagles game, that I am the most uncomfortable with the Green Bay Packers that I've been in a while. I am very uncomfortable with this team. I am very uncomfortable. And remember, I said the theme is quarterback to coach relationship. I'm going to say that again. Here's some facts about my team in quarterback coach relationship. How many people know that Jordan Love only has one playoff win? Do you know who that playoff win was against? I think everybody gets a playoff win against this team. Now, as much as people will say, Well, the Packers be beating the crap out of the Bears. Uh, I will honestly admit that this is a new season and a new time. Ben Johnson has done phenomenal. Yes, use the word. It's a long word, I know. Phenomenal work with the Chicago Bears. Honestly, I'm going to clip this. Clip it. Okay. Caleb Williams might have been considered being put in the boat of being a bust if it wasn't for Ben Johnson. We might be having bust conversations about Caleb Williams if it wasn't for Ben Johnson. I know that this year I have told folks and I have teased you about how his numbers are somewhat similar to last year's Matt Eberflus, and that flus of a damn coach. His numbers are similar, completion rating similar, but there is a big difference when it comes to making plays when they matter the most. And Caleb Williams has done that multiple times this year, even against my team, which pisses me off. Oh, I'm still annoyed with Romeo Doubs not covering that onside kick. To this day, I'm still annoyed right now. I still have a headache about that damn moment. Caleb Williams has made what we call impactful throws when they matter most. You know what other quarterback has made impactful throws when it's mattered most? As much as we don't like him either, as much as we question him too, even though they're the number one seed in the AFC, is Bo Nix. When we talk about making impactful throws when they matter most, these two quarterbacks, to me, have probably made the most impactful throws when they matter most than any other quarterback in the league this year. And it's the reason why the Chicago Bears won the division. 6 game-winning fourth quarter comebacks or overtime comebacks this year separates you from being 11 and or 12 and 5 or being 5 and 12. Caleb Williams is both a game manager and a game changer. He's both. He's not one, he's both. They matter. So I cannot sit here and dog as much as I don't like the Chicago Bears. And I promise you, everything that I'm saying has a vinegar-like taste to it in my mouth. But it's the truth. The Bears are dangerous. The word dangerous comes to mind. With that being said, Jordan Love. I'm disappointed that he has given people fuel to think that he is wildly inconsistent. But I cannot sit here and pretend as if I did not watch Malik Willis look quite impressive. I can't pretend as if I have not seen Malik Willis perform impressively. Now, is he better than Jordan Love? No. But we gonna have a conversation. If you get your ass whooped today, we are having a conversation not only about if Jordan Love really deserved 55, but we're gonna have a conversation about whether Matt LaFleur should be on the outs as the Packers head coach. Because Matt LaFleur has made the playoffs every year except for 2022 and has not gotten out of the second round. Jordan Love, oh, by the way, Jordan Love has won. We're going to have a serious conversation. Again, quarterback to coach relationship is going to matter heavily in these playoffs. I picked the Chargers because I felt like this win matters more to them. I'm only and this sounds crazy, and I'm getting a numb feeling in my body for saying this, but it's the truth. I have to be absolutely 100% honest. I do not play favorites. Sound familiar? I don't play favorites. The only reason why I am picking the Packers tonight is because legacy is on the line. I'm questioning Matt LaFleur heavily if he loses tonight. Hathaway is already being interviewed to be the new head coach other places. If I'm Green Bay, I'm having a conversation whether we should go next year with Matt LaFleur. And is Jordan Love really worth 55? Now, I talk about Dak Prescott not being worth 60. Tonight is a statement game for the Green Bay Packers. They better beat the Bears tonight. Ain't no, are they going to? They better beat them tonight. Now, Marcus was talking about earlier brackets, doing brackets and all that good stuff. Make sure that y'all do y'all brackets if you can. I know that the game starts in 30 minutes, and that's why I'm not going to get into every playoff game on this broadcast. But what I will do is tomorrow I will do a show before the Bills game. Wow, that'll be a first, right? I have not done a Bills show in forever because I just feel like there's a lot of Bills shows and a lot of them are cool, but a lot of them are based on fandom, and I don't like that. So I just stopped doing Bills shows for a while, but I will do a show tomorrow before the Bills game and before the second game, playoff game tomorrow. Now, if anybody wants to join in tomorrow, y'all can join in on the show. Let me know in advance. I'm not even going to talk shit if they lose. If y'all lose, Chicago turned around in a big way, 50-50 game, 27-24 Bears. Sorry, fam. We can link up before tomorrow's game. Yeah, we can link up tomorrow before tomorrow's game. That's no problem. It will be your second. Yeah, Robert Leader. I'm a very uncomfortable. Yeah, you come on too, Daryl. I'm very uncomfortable. Very with this game. And the only reason I'm picking the Packers is because legacy is on the line. A lot of questions are going to get asked if we lose to the Bears tonight. A lot. There will be a lot of questions asked and a lot of questions that need to be answered, not just asked. A lot of homerism, LOL. Then we don't see them again till draft. No names mentioned. Yeah, I don't play favorites. And once again, like I said, I want to apologize for Wednesday not being around Wednesday or Thursday. But again, family comes first. And as I said in the beginning of the show, if you are renting a place, make sure you stay on them all the time. I'm not moving, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I'm not moving. Wherever my kids are, because my kids be at my place and their mom's place, I'm not. And I repeat, I will not have my kids living in a place that is not suitable. When it comes to lead or mold coming out of places that can't be controlled by said tenant, we're not doing that, okay? So I'm going to just put that out there right now. Real shit has been taking place, and I have, as a grown-ass man, had to take care of that. And that's been my priority. I look like shit, okay? I'm going to be honest. Starting 2026, look at me. And do it look like this ain't the usual me? I know. I look like shit, and I can admit that, and that's fine. What time was you thinking? I got to do my pregame show. I was thinking of like 11. I was thinking of like 11 in the morning. That's when I used to do Bill shows in the morning, like 10, 11 in the morning. I'm going to do a Bill show and then segue to the second game during that show as well. But we will talk big time Bills, Jaguars coming up. But I got the Packers winning 24-20. I'm not confident in this team whatsoever at all. I'm just going to keep it real with you. We can set up a simulcast. That would be phenomenal. Jay Andre, what's good, my guy? By the way, the wrestling world is calling. A lot of stuff going on in the wrestling world. My bracket was done. Who wants it? Yeah, I can just I don't know. You had to send me the link, Marcus, so I can try to do that bracket stuff. But I'm busy as hell. That's why I don't even play certain stuff like fantasy football, all that stuff. I be trying, but I don't got time for it, to be honest. A lot of the times, that's actually perfect. Yeah, we can do that if you want. I'm good with that. There's some other things I wanted to talk about, but I'll talk about it tomorrow and during the week. John Harbaugh's firing, Mike McDaniel's firing, a whole bunch of stuff going on in the world of sports right now. We could talk about college football. Miami has made it to the national championship game as a 10 seed. Makes you wonder, should they have did this long time ago? This 12 team bracket for college football. Indiana looks quite freaking impressive, by the way. Indiana looking crazy. Just remember the sports climate in Indiana. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Pacers was in the finals. Indiana now in the college finals, college championship. Indiana Fever was one game away from being in the WNBA championship. Just all I tell you is to watch the climate. Watch that climate. I don't believe in coincidence. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I don't believe in coincidences. Coinky dinks, as they call it. I don't believe in that. You baby. Yeah. Miami playing hella. Okay. Was that pass interference at the end of the game though? Let's see if we're gonna be honest. Was that pass interference? Folks want to cut it down to 8 because of JMU and Tulane. Again, I'm just wondering, should they have done this prior? Miami's literally a 10 seed, and they made it. They beat Ole Miss and they beat Ohio State. I bet you Ole Miss now wish that they would have let Lane Kiffin coach, huh? Uh-oh. Did I say that too early? I'm sorry. Ethan, what up? Did I say that too early? All right. It's been real. It's been fun. Make sure y'all rise up, man. Stick together. Support each other in 2026. Don't fall into the buffoonery group of being a hater and being a clown. In 2026, support each other. It's easier to be a hater and a clown, but it's better to be a supporter, a true supporter, and somebody who's consistent and loyal. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. 2026, here we go. He said, hell no, it wasn't. Rams, Panthers, that's the first game tonight. I thought, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Rams, Panthers, ready? The Rams. I'm sorry, what you want me to say? Yeah, I get you. The Rams. I mean, do not be fooled because the Rams lost to the Panthers in the regular season. This is playoff we talking about first and foremost. Bryce Young has never been in the playoffs. Matthew Stafford has won a Super Bowl and has been in the playoffs multiple times. Sean McVay, one of the best coaches in football. Are we really about to do this? I'm taking the Rams 27-17. And if the Panthers, oh boy. If the Panthers so happen to beat the Rams, I'm going to give the Panthers a whole hell of a lot of kudos and say congratulations on what they've done this season. I mean, we're not about to. Sean McVay is not going to be on nobody's hot seat if he lose. Matthew Stafford is not going to be on nobody's hot seat if he lose. He probably won't win MVP if he lose. I already question the fact that they're a third place team and, well, second place because technically the 49ers was the third place team this year, technically. But I was questioning if they were third place team, should he even be MVP of the league? I've never heard of a third place team's quarterback win the MVP. We would have to go back in the archives and look that up. What quarterback? Matter of fact, that's going to be the question of the night. I'm going to leave it there. You could put it in my inbox if you know the answer. If you know the answer, put it in my inbox. What third place quarterback in their division has won the MVP from being a third place team in their division? It's covered. Remember, you don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in coinky dinks. So it's going to be very interesting. If they lose, if the Panthers beat them, you got to give the Panthers they just do and respect. If that's the case, give Bryce Young his respect because we damn near had him as a bust. He was about to go on the bus boat. All right. I appreciate y'all. Robert Leader, you said Packers 31-17. I got the Rams again, 27-17. They better not lose to the Panthers. I'll be dying laughing if they do. I'm surprised that the Patriots-Chargers game is a Sunday night game and not the Rams-Panthers game, but okay. Wait a minute. The Packers play at 7 o'clock against the Rams, so I guess we getting a lot of football tonight. We getting a hell of a lot of football tonight. All right. With that being said, see y'all later. Again, Rise Up Unlimited radio show was brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. We will continue the journey in 2026. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace out.